The practitioner diploma is for anybody who's already had experience of coaching, or someone who just wants to improve their coaching skills. So it could be, I don't know, HR professionals, managers, consultants. We get other coaches that sometimes come. It's anybody basically who've had some coaching training, or anybody who'd really like to go to that next step and just improve their coaching skills, either as a manager or a leader, or as a coach, to do as a profession. So the program is very much something that will give you the tools and the development and the training for you to become an executive coach. In essence, what it consists of is 3 two-day module and an assessment day. So in the 2-day modules, you're going to cover all sorts of topics that are relevant to executive coaching. So the main skills of coaching, what would happen if you coach within an organization and you have a sponsor, things to do with ethics, how you manage your own state when you coach. And essentially the program has been built around 2 main principles. And those 2 principles are who you are, because that will have an influence on how you coach. Essentially, the person that you are will turn up for coaching, so it will have an influence on the quality of the relationship, the type of coaching you might want to get involved. So we ask you this question from the very onset, even before you join the program. And the second one is how you coach. And again, this is going to be specific to you. We're not producing clones in this course, far from it. We're really interested to see how you coach, you as an individual. And one of the benefits, I think, from the course, which was one of the reasons why I chose it, is that you end up leaving with your own coaching model. And the more attuned it is to who you are, the more authentic it is, and the more successful you will be as a coach. So that's the kind of principles. In terms of the logistics of it, so the course is run either face-to-face or virtually, at the moment virtually, but that might change in the future. And it's very much a rich experience. So you're going to have those modules that I mentioned. You're also going to have e-learnings, tutorials one-to-one, small group discussions, what we call facilitated discussion, where you take a theme and then we discuss that theme as a group. But I think the main thing for me that also attracted me to that program is the fact that it's very experiential. So within each of the modules, you're going to have time in a small group of 3 or 4 to practice your coaching and be observed. So you'll be observed you'll be observed by your peers, and you will also be observed by one of the facilitators, and you'll get some feedback on what it is that you've done well and what we'd like to see more of. So, and that part of the experience is really interesting because live you end up just coaching and just getting some feedback straight away on your coaching. We encourage you to have practice clients, which means that in between the modules you can put in practice what you've learned. And some of it, for example, is to do with creative techniques. So we will introduce on module 2 a lot of creative techniques which you can put in place with your clients. And the structure, just to finish on this, the structure very much follows what you would have either on the coaching session or a coaching program. So what do you do at the beginning, what do you do in the middle, and what do you do at the end? For me, there's a couple of reasons. The first one is that it's really experiential. I mentioned that earlier, but the fact that you can practice and get some feedback and then put it in practice with real clients, I think that's a very good plus of the course. The second one is it's accredited by the International Coach Federation, the European Mentoring and Coaching Council, the EMCC, and also the Association for Coaching. And that's important if you want to go for external accreditation, because some organizations will require you to have external validation. So that's really useful. The third one is that the AOEC brand name is well recognized in the market, and we're particularly well recognized for executive coaching. And then the fourth one, for me, there was a surprise. I didn't expect that when I did the course, but we ended up with a really close-knit group. And a lot of the courses that we teach now, especially that it's virtual, people just say, oh, how do we keep in touch? It's a really nice support network. And there are about 20 people in each of the courses, and it just gives you a really lovely support group, people that you can practice with, that you can keep in touch as you grow your coaching practice. So yeah, I think that's the main 4 reasons for me.